Now, this is just a showcase of what I mean. Fuck, that phone key is going off all the time. The showcase of how dangerous dragons are in my game. Like, the ones that I fought at the start, I was lucky. Now, of course, some of them were scripted events where I wasn't really meant to die. But most of them landed. And if you keep them landed, they're easy to kill. But this dragon, it just refuses. And I've tried to fight it multiple times, but it just refuses. And it's like, you know, it's playing on its strengths. What I kind of wanted, like, dragons are arrogant creatures, so they'll land, they'll savour the kill. But the intelligent ones, the ones that have probably died beforehand due to the very fact of being grounded, aren't going to do that anymore. So I've got, like, I'm filming chapter 49, and I'm trying to do this dragon. Like, I'm thinking, alright, I've got more than enough followers. I've got a lot of followers, as you can see in this. A lot of these guys, apart from the Imperial soldiers, are my followers. And they're getting absolutely friggin' wasted. I thought that maybe I might stand a chance against this dragon now. Like, it might land. But it didn't, man. And it just absolutely ruined me. It wasn't a fun experience. Later on, it does its like firestorm shout, and it just waves down fire, like, you know, molten rock from the sky, and it was brutal. This thing, like, it just... This is kind of how I imagine them. It's like trying to fight a dragon on your own in Elder Scrolls Online. They're meant to be gods. You know, they're not meant to be like you've just hit it with a couple spells and a few iron arrows and you've dropped it like it was in the base game. Understandable, they didn't want to make dragons that powerful in the game because they wanted people to be actually to play it. But in my game, I'm going for that story where dragons are meant to be like gods. They're meant to be like, you know, world bosses pretty much. And this dragon is absolutely brutal. Like, it just refuses to land, and I have not yet unlocked the shout. I'm on the way to do that, to ground it. So, I love how this entire mod, KS Dragon Overhaul, kind of plays on the dragon's strengths and their weaknesses. If they get arrogant and they land, they're as good as dead. But, if they stay to the sky, which is their natural habitat, where they can't be touched apart from arrow and magic, which they've got a higher tolerance, you know, against arrows, Imperial arrows aren't going to hurt them, and the most likely magical resistant, you know, it takes a lot of arrows and a lot of magic for these things to actually die, you know. And again, I can't wait to finally have Dragonrend, because at the moment in this entire story, I've been dodging dragons, and I thought for this part of the story, since it's had that many followers, that I might actually try and fight one. But this is how it went, and it's absolutely fucking brutal. Like, these things are absolutely nuts, man. I thought, alright, it'll land, hopefully, or I'll have enough magic, and I've even got the help of the Markarth Guard and the Imperial Legion. And this thing is still just splattering my followers, and it gets so much worse right about now, because it's turned the sky on fire, and just look at that, that's doom, man. That's probably what the Vietnamese saw when they saw a goddamn US plane fly over, dropping off a little bathtub. There's just napalm everywhere. It's just brutal, yeah. This is like, he's a phantom in the sky, and I'm the Viet Cong, and we're all the Viet Cong down here. It's just absolutely nuts, and like, it just slaughters my followers. Unless the ones that are protected, which I've got to turn that off because they're kind of designed to die. But it's absolutely brutal. And I just wanted to show you guys firsthand what it feels like when dragons are gods. They are absolute arseholes. I can't wait to ground them. Now, I just want to say really quickly, the mod that involves these dragons being overpowered is KS Dragon Overhaul. Now, it's not that hard because it comes with an MCM, where you can change the damage output, the damage resistance, both physical, magical, and how much damage they do with their bites and their shouts. You can change all that to make it suit your needs. I probably really need to change that, because as you've seen, I got butchered. I got absolutely flattened. And I'm on a fight to fight Elderween, and this guy's going to rip me a new arsehole. He's probably going to kill a shit ton of my followers. I might have to make some of them protected. But, it's KS Dragon Overhaul. Get it from the Nexus. There is an MCM menu with it, so you can configure things if you want, make it a bit harder, make it a bit easier, and, you know, fuck around and mess around with it. So that's probably your best bet if you want something like this that makes your dragons good. There's many different dragon mods out there too. There's Dragon Combat Overhaul. But this is my one, and it's absolutely brutal.